Hey folks, it's the Bad GM Wayne Davis on the Bad GM Productions YouTube channel. We did a video on the open game license and the controversy that was coming out of 1.1 the other day. Sorry, I'm looking down as I'm getting notices as we come along. I said we'd do a follow-up video once we had some stuff going down. It's been an interesting couple of days. I was going to actually do this earlier today, and I'm actually glad that I waited. It's 11 o'clock Central Time in the U.S. as I do this, so it's late. But we had some breakthroughs happen today. So again, doing this later was a good idea. Now, I dropped that Wednesday morning, and then throughout the day, I mean, I had mentioned that Cobalt Press was already working on their own open game license. Then I'd noticed as the day progressed, Matt Colville stepped up for MCDM Productions, and he mentioned that they'd already been working on their own system, but that because of everything that was going on, they were going to speed up the timeline. They were going to get it out sooner. Pinnacle Entertainment Group, which, if you remember my Deadlands campaign from the campaign build-along, they announced that they were basically taking their Savage Worlds to another level. They basically noted that they've already been open for third-party content or creators to come in. They were just going to make sure that everything was spelled out so everybody understood. EN Publishing noted that they were working on a new, basically OGL system, or a new system that they could run that would not be reliant on D&D. C22 has been open from the beginning. By the way, if you're curious as to what that is, you can go to c22system.com/the basics and hear everything you want to hear. On top of all of that, and this was later yesterday, Paizo Publishing, because I talked about them, they dropped a statement saying that, they were going to do their own OGL and I had forgotten this when I cut that video. The second edition of Pathfinder took all D&D references out. So they decided that, they were just we're going to OGL our stuff. And there were a bunch of other third-party companies that were like, we're going to join in with them on that. On top of all of that, Critical Role released a statement, and it's a statement they caught some shit for, and I'll get into it in a minute. But, at the end of their statement, they said that they were supporting third-party creators. And there were a lot of people that were like, oh my God, it's like they're kissing Wizards of the Coast's ass, but saying that they support. I'm not going to read the statement here. I read it. You can look it up online if you want. I'm reading it with kind of that critical eye of, what is this and what does it mean? I kind of get the impression that they have some sort of license or some sort of an agreement, or more to the point, some sort of contract with Wizards of the Coast. And while they're under that contract, they're going to mind their P's and Q's, dot their I's and cross their T's, and they're going to be nice. But they support their friends in the third-party content creator community. Everybody on the internet, and I think I agree with them, are basically saying once their contract with Wizards is done, they're done with Wizards. That kind of makes sense. So we say all of that. Dadgummit, my phone stopped. We say all of that, and then Wizards of the Coast finally, after going radio silent, and after Thursday announcing that, because I was wrong, I said it was Friday. Thursday they announced, oh well, we're not gonna announce the new OGL at this time. We're gonna take time. Earlier Friday the 13th of all the days to do this, they came out, and like I said, I'm going to read some of this off my phone, so I'm looking down, and I apologize for the glare. They announced that the new open game license is not going to have the royalties. It is not going to have the provision to manufacture and sell third-party developers' products. They claim that was never the intention. They said that they were always looking to get the opinions of the community and what they were doing. Basically, I'm not going to even get any farther into it, but the statement to me read very much like somebody at Hasbro or at Wizards or whatever finally just went, okay. Oh, because I forgot to mention, the number of D&D Beyond subscriptions, let me put it this way. If half the people who said online they were canceling their D&D Beyond subscription actually canceled it, then between Wednesday and Thursday, I would say Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro lost a ton of business. So I'm sure what happened was somebody from Hasbro or somebody from Wizards was looking at all of this going, okay, so yeah, this whole thought of ours is not working and we're losing money. What do we do? And that's when you bring the spin doctor in, spin it. Well, no, we never meant for this to happen. We never meant to do this. We never meant to offend you and break your heart. So we're going to change it so that we don't. Oh, and there was one comment that sticks with me. It was at the very end of the statement. It says, you know, people will say that the consumer won and we lost. We believe the consumer won and so did we. It was a win-win. No, no, it wasn't a win-win. It was to me it's a big win for the industry as a whole. I mean, Wizards has clarified their position, and there's some that may be like, oh my God, they got intimidated into not making money. Dude, they're not losing money. Okay. Wizards of the Coast is bringing in $1 billion a year. Okay. They're not hurting. Some of these third-party producers, they're bringing in a decent chunk of change too. I think the overall point, because I got accused of preaching gloom and doom the other day. I think the overall point is that the game industry is at its best when the ideas can come in from everywhere and we can share them. And I think, I talked about a seismic shift in the game industry through all of this. And I still think we're going to get that. And I think the shift is coming from, we're getting new systems from all of these different countries, from all these different companies. And I think before it's all said and done, I think, Matt Mercer will probably create a custom system for Critical Role. So I think the seismic shift is going to actually be more positive than I was letting on, because it's going to bring more systems, more games to the market. I think that's a plus for the gamer because it's going to give the gamer more options. So yeah. The king is dead. Long live the king, I guess. I don't know. Still going to have to wait and see what the OGL looks like when they officially, when they get it finalized and decide to finally drop it. And they said they weren't dropping it tonight. That was their big announcement, though, is that, okay, we heard you and we're making the changes. I don't know that I buy a whole lot of their reasoning. There's not a lot of people that do, but I don't think at this point, why kick the dead horse, man? It's over. It's done. Those who are pissed about it, now I think have a better standing than they did even 24 hours ago. So this has been a long and drawn out process, and I'm sure this is not the last that we're going to hear from people on the OGL. As far as I'm concerned, barring a major earth-shattering change, I am done. I intend the next video that I do for Bad GM Productions to be probably a Facebook exclusive, since I just did 2 back-to-back that are YouTube exclusives. As usual, if you subscribe to Facebook, if you follow us on the website, and obviously if you click on that subscribe button and hit the ball here on YouTube, you'll get your notifications. You'll know when we're dropping new stuff. So there you go. As always, I do take requests for stuff for videos. You can email us at badgmproductions@gmail.com. You can contact us through the website, badgmproductions.net. Obviously, the various socials you can hit us up on. Facebook is facebook.com/gaming/badgmprod. Twitter is @badgmp. We're also on Tumblr. It's Bad GM Productions. Got all these places you can hit us up if you've got requests, and I will do my best to get them out in a timely manner. So until next time, I'm the Bad GM, Wayne Davis. I'll see you at the gaming table.